This is Mark and Charity's Coffee Podcast.
Mark and Charity Coffee Podcast for Tuesday, July 18th. Sorry, let me mute my phone.
Please.
So we don't go through the schmozzle of yesterday.
That was actually kind of funny.
Nobody ever calls me, ever.
Well, they did yesterday.
And there it was. On the show today, we learned a lot of things. There's a lot of things. Very educational show
All
today.
right.
Yeah. For example,
Remind me.
How we're going to...
You might have learned a lot of things.
Hi, I'm Joe Manganiello. I'm Joe Manganiello. I'm Joe Manganiello. Joe Manganiello, the
Yes.
Joe Manganiello, Joe Manganiello.
Joe Manganiello. So he and Sofia Vergara. I blow her name.
Well, and that's just it. So I do the pulse twice a morning. And Sofia Vergara and Joe Manganiello. Do you want to hit it again?
Just so you got it right.
Hi, I'm Joe Manganiello. I'm Joe Manganiello. I'm Joe Manganiello. Joe Manganiello, the Joe Manganiello, Joe Manganiello.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So the first time I did it, they're splitting after 7 years of marriage. That was the story. I could never say his last name.
Right,
I see it in print, and I'm like, Joe Manganiello. And that's how I did the pulse, the first one this morning, and you pointed out how unprofessional
But it was epic.
it was.
Unprofessional.
So I looked it up, how to pronounce it. And now I can pronounce it because it's Manganiello.
Yeah,
And I wrote it out, how it sounds, and I was fine. And we had that little clip, and it was fine. Why do people spell things in such a way that we overthink it? And Lindsay Lohan's son, the other one. So her son, Lindsay Lohan's a mom now. She had a baby boy. It's spelled Luai. And when I saw that, I'm like, okay, how? It's Louis.
Oh, like
Louis.
So it looks like Lao
Yeah.
or Luau or something.
I'm like, why? It's again. How did you pronounce this? And it's Louis. Why does it have to be spelled that way?
Lindsay Lohan.
It's just It's
Do you know what
so
the worst
confusing.
is? Do you know what the worst is? The
What?
English language.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like it's we spell things in such a way we set ourselves up
Yep.
to speak it incorrectly.
The word though, Though, now take the H out. How is
Yep.
it pronounced? Tough.
Yeah. It now becomes F at the end of.
Yeah. How did that happen? So if you're trying to
Exactly.
learn English
it's
by
so hard.
reading it, it is very...
And
like,
I've seen so many memes like that.
I know. Everybody else thinks every other language is difficult.
tough, yeah.
First of all, and then when you've got it, it's still not as sexy as Spanish. Like, at least if when we got it, it gave us some advantage. Didn't happen.
No.
Didn't happen.
So you're right. We did learn that this morning.
So we learned that this
Joe
morning.
Manganiello.
We also learned that I need to find a way to be less enthusiastic when potential qualifiers,
Yes.
are not the actual number we're looking for.
No. Because you tell them, and you're very good at it,
I don't know.
but so good that they don't believe that they're the wrong caller.
I sound so happy to hear them. They think they must have qualified. Exactly. But I'm like, you've come to the door and I'm a dog. I'm just happy to see you. I don't know if you're allowed in. No, you can't. You're caller 7. I need caller 9. Are you sure? I don't know. I don't want to hurt your feelings.
Well, there was something happening this morning, and it must have been I'm going to say it was the connection, the phone connection, because you told her how many times?
Oh, it must have been 4 times.
Yeah, 3 or 4 times. That
Wouldn't believe
no,
me.
we're looking for this caller. You're not caller 9. We're
Yep.
looking for this caller, and you said that you're not caller 9. You're this caller.
Yeah,
we're
you're
looking for
8,
caller
we need
9.
9.
And
That's great. No, it's not great.
You're not hearing me.
It's Michelle. No, I don't need your name.
She was very good about it, though, when she finally did hear you.
It
'Cause
took a while.
I do think she just didn't hear you. She kept hearing caller 9, and that's...
Because we've decided this is the new way we're going to do it. So when we say caller number 5, and I pick up the first time, here's what you're going to get. Not you.
Seems very harsh.
Hang up. Not you either. Until we get to our caller.
And then are you going to use the ding, or is it going to... Well,
and
we
it's
make
like
enough
little
noise, I
benign.
think.
Yay, it's you!
I would say, too, usually when we get to our caller, the one we're supposed to get to, that's when I come in, too.
Yeah.
I don't usually say
I
anything when
know.
it's the off callers.
Because
But
why
that
would
clearly
you need,
doesn't help.
Why would you need to be double mocked? If it was like, why would you
Well,
need
no,
both
I'm just
of
saying
us
when
to
we get
weigh
the
in?
caller we want, that's usually when I throw in like a woohoo
Oh, I see.
Or something.
Yeah.
Like we really do celebrate.
Yeah. Yeah, we should really downplay calls 1 through 4.
But I don't want to be rude. It's that fine line. You don't want to be rude because you don't want to crush them for the day.
Listening around the world, you're like, you Canadians and your politeness. We just don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
We really don't.
The fact that you didn't qualify doesn't make you a bad person.
We don't want you to feel like a bad person. No. There's so many more times to qualify.
That's why it takes so long to get to caller 9. We need to explain ourselves to every listener.
And I was watching the song, and it's ticking down. I'm like, okay, we don't have time for this. We need to get another caller here.
Mark's starting a relationship with the woman who's calling number 8.
But again, we don't want to be rude.
No.
So you talk to people, and but it's a lot of fun.
So I'm going to go home and I'm going to search online for courses that will allow me to just be normal on the phone. Less enthusiastic on the phone 101. That's what I need to be. It's not you. You didn't qualify. I'm disappointed. Oh, gosh. Did you want a prize? Can I give you something?
I think maybe, and I sent this out, it's kind of like, you know how you put that energy out there, it'll come back. So I think she may have just been, the longer she kept us on the line and the more she was like, no. Thank you. My name is, here's my phone. Like, take it. Yeah. Eventually we would cave and be like, all right, fine. Okay, yes, you're caller 9.
You know what? Next time I'll just take their name, but I won't write it down and they won't know. They won't know.
You know what? That might be what we need to do.
Fine. Michelle, what's your name?
Thanks.
What's your number?
Okay, phone number,
Read the number back. All right. Draft's coming up that Monday. You're in. No, you're not.
Keep trying to qualify.
Not there. I didn't write it down. Loser. Terrible. Strategies.
You know what?
Strategies. Yeah, right?
It kind of avoids the awkwardness of telling them they're caller 8.
Maybe we should just tell everybody they're always caller 5 until the end of the song, but just really write down
number
one.
5.
And then when the people don't hear their names, they're like, you told me I was caller 5. No, you didn't.
No, we never said that.
Never said that. Don't know who you're calling. Must be a different station.
That's awful.
So much
You're
trouble.
Horrible people.
I don't like to do these contests.
Okay.
So there's more disappointment than joy in these contests for me. I'm too attached to all the listeners to just pick one.
You do get pretty attached.
Oh, it's terrible.
It's actually kind of, it's a little weird sometimes.
It's more than awkward.
But that continues.
One of our favorite people was on the show today, Dave Allen of the YMCA of Central East Ontario. He is also a playwright of his own right. His play that he just wrote is going to be at Theatre on the Wings launching
later this
shortly,
week.
Right?
We're going to be talking about that, yes.
And we're going to have the director on the show because we had Dave on this morning with one of his other many community hats, and that is the chair of the Rotary Loves Kids Golf Tournament and this weekend's Party on the Bay.
Oh, it's our biggest event of the year. It's 21st year. It has had remarkable staying power. You know, we put on a good tournament and everybody comes and has fun, and the food's good, and the prizes are good, and everybody has a great time. And it's a worthy cause because our Rotary Club does a lot of great work in our community. Of course, they support the Y, they support the Children's Foundation, and support camp for children with special needs, and we got our special needs Christmas. So it's just all the money flows back into our community, and we do some international work as well. But it's really about the kids.
And how many golfers will be participating on Friday? Is there still room for people to participate?
There's still room at Trillium Wood and Black Bear. If anyone wants to become a sponsor, they can contact Kelly McKinney or Sam Brady. And so there's still some spots at BBR. That's where all the sponsors play, Black Bear Ridge. But it's online registration at RotaryLovesKids.ca. And you can register your foursome and play at Trillium, and you get lunch, golf, dinner at Zwick's, followed by a great party after.
Wow.
Party on the Bay.
Yeah, Dave Allen joins us from the Rotary Club of Belleville, Rotary Loves Kids Golf and Street Party, which is coming up on Friday night. Mm-hmm. Tickets are available also on that website.
The tickets for the party are available at Eventbrite.
You don't have to do it all. You can just come to the party Friday night.
Yep. Tickets for the party are $25, and the party starts at 7:30. We've got a great dance band, Cue the Funk, local band. And last year's, if this year's party is like last year's party, it's going to be a great time. And that's the great thing about our community. We've always got something going on every weekend, and what better place than down on the water at Zwick's Park?
Absolutely.
Rotary loves kids. What a great day coming up on Friday. Good luck if you're golfing. If you're going to the party, be sure and get your tickets. Eventbrite, that's the website to go to.
For Party on the Bay.
For Party on the Bay.
And then the Rotary Loves Kids website to get your golf pass, which he says there's still a few spots available. So if you want to golf as well that day, it includes the lunch and the barbecue dinner that night, and then, of course, the party. So you pay for it all. So it's a lot of fun. And thank you for spending the time from the cottage. That was really good of him.
Yeah, what a good guy.
I know, having some downtime before the big event this weekend.
Always a good time to raise my... That's one of those tournaments, if I might just say.
Go.
And they're all great. But that's one of those tournaments where I'd want to get my first hole-in-one because it's a good prize.
What is it? Is it money?
I don't know. Like, could you imagine if my first hole-in-one was at the women's golf tournament that I can't win?
See, you keep saying that. You could win it, Mark.
But there wasn't a hole-in-one.
No, there wasn't a hole-in-one
So could you
contest. It
imagine
was closest to
being in a golf tournament where you got bupkit when you were caller number 8, when you got nothing? I want to be in a big-time Rotary golf tournament.
Okay, so are you going to golf on Friday?
Trip. Oh, I can't. But it always coincides with when I start vacation.
I know.
It's always.
But are you going on vacation?
Yeah, I think I am. I'm not sure.
We'll find out Friday.
Will you stop?
We'll find out next Monday. If he's here or not.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm a busy person. I have things. I always just plan it, and then life happens.
I know. I was just going to say, do you know how many times you've said this?
Yeah, I know.
You've even booked vacation. And then, no.
And then before canceled, moved. I know. It's hard for me. When you get to be Golden Bachelor age, it's hard.
You're not Golden Bachelor age, though, because the Golden Bachelor is 71.
71, but that's on the high end. I think Golden Bachelor started at 55.
I think you want to be Golden Bachelor age.
No, but I don't. Yeah, I want to be.
No.
I want to be that age. Here's my fear: the cast's going to like it so much and just say, "Get lost, go on the show." And, right? And be like,
she's going to like it so much, or she's going to be like, no, you need to go.
You need to go. I think that's why Joe Magnanelli's.
Meganello. See, now I got
he wants to be on the show.
Yes, you said that. I thought, that kind of makes sense, though. Yeah. I don't think he's as old as you are. I don't think he's 60 yet.
No, he's not even close.
So he could still be on the regular Bachelor.
And sorry, at the risk of, and I apologize for making this very lewd comment, Sofia Vergara is a beautiful, attractive woman.
Yes, she is.
So I don't know why, if it's just because you'd want to leave her to be on a show. So I joked that it would be him.
Oh, yeah. No, he wouldn't do it. He's not going to have neither one of them are going to have any issue rebounding. Honestly.
They'll be fine.
Yes. As you said, Sofia Vergara is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Joe Magnanello. Maganello. Yeah. Also gorgeous. And I'm sure there's another Magic Mike coming and he'll be fine.
Yeah, his abs are good. Apparently he's got the good abs too. Is that the deal?
He's beautiful.
Is he just a good-looking guy?
He's just a good-looking guy, yeah.
All right, okay. So we learned that this morning.
Yes.
So that was going on. And finally, we talked about kids and chores, which prompted Patty Lynn to send in this picture of this most remarkable...
She sent in like a
Holy
guide.
Smokes. 3 clipboards with clothespins that you can snap around, things you can do.
Color-coded.
Can't do any of this stuff before, or you got to do all this stuff before you get to technology.
Yes.
So if you want some screen time,
this
make
is what
your
you
bed.
Do.
Da-da-da. Kids know it.
But it also included, at the bottom, in the red, it was a 30-minute block, and you could put clothespins for time outside, doing a craft, activities away from quote unquote chores.
Okay.
But here's what you can spend 30 minutes on throughout the day as well. So spend 30 minutes outside. You have to go outside for 30 minutes at some point today. Go. And I thought that's really good because you do have to be reminded to do that. As important as it is to do quote unquote the chores or the work around the house, it's almost as important to make sure that you're doing these other things away from the work. And we kind of forget that. Technology can be really good, but that shouldn't be the only pastime. Like, you should be outside. You should be doing other activities that are stimulating and creative instead of sitting in front of a screen. You may think that's the best downtime. No, go for a walk. Find a craft to do. with your hands. Like, do something else as opposed to just technology.
It's good for all of us, but of course, we were talking about kids, so it's even more important for kids to be able
during summer vacation
to do that. So 91% of parents believe that kids should do more chores than they're doing. Which begs the question, well, you're the parents. 87% of kids do chores. Also in the recent
As they
poll.
should.
Yeah.
They don't have to lug the entire workload. They don't have to carry it all. But I think it's important. And we've had that conversation with the kids recently, like coming up to the school like the summer vacation. We said, okay, we're going to add a little bit more to your plate because you are getting older. And of course, they get all pouty and throw a fit. But it's more a case of we need to work as a team. Like if you want the house needs to run. And even though you're in school, quote unquote, that's your job. Now you're home. You can help out a little bit more because your dad and I are still going to work. We're still doing our job. We need you to help us run the house too and be part of it. And as you pointed out too, from the article you did last week, then they have something invested in it as well. They can see that if I do this, it does pay off because then someone will do it for me maybe. Or then you actually feel like you can take ownership of what you're doing.
Well, and you also become aware then of all the other things that are done in the house that you normally just took for granted. Like food just shows up on plates and I eat it. Well, it's like, whoa. But now if it's your job to clean up the plates and put it away, you realize, wow, I should
even
appreciate
help
more.
Make the food, prepare the food.
Become a little bit more aware of how things happen in the house when you're kids. The average starting age for chores for kids is 4.5 years old. And we wonder what that might be, but you landed on a good one with pets.
They can help out with the pets because there again, it makes them realize, oh, I need to look after this thing. This is a living, breathing part of our family that needs to be taken care of. And yeah, the kids look after their food and water. One looks after their food and water. The other one looks after letting the dog out and back in the mornings and evenings. But it reminded me, just picking up because I thought, what are they going to do it for? Because that's kind of young. But just to pick up their toys to get them started.
And that is huge. The least loved, most loathed chore on the list from children is picking up things around the house. And yet, that's the one thing they love to do more than anything is take out all their toys, throw them 100%. Everywhere, play, and then when asked, just put them away. Oh, boy.
Not just toys, but anything. Ben is the worst. My God. That kid, we will ask him to put away something. It's like, okay, it'll be sitting on the sideboard for a week. It's like, buddy, this needs to go somewhere else. Like you need to put this away. I don't want to look at this anymore. Do something with it. It'll move to the table. I'm like, no, not what I was talking about.
Not it.
You need to put it away. Oh, okay. And then he huffs and puffs and it might make it through over the threshold of his room. And that's about usually as far as it goes. It's like
getting to a spot.
I'll just toss it inside and then mom will leave me alone.
Yeah.
But the worst in picking it up. It just moves. It's like, just put it away. Put it away and you're done.
Other listeners once said they could not imagine, quote unquote, allowing their children anywhere near her washer and dryer. Said maybe, as teens, but, the notion of maybe an 8-year-old unpacking the dryer and folding clothes, for example.
Folding's tough. Yeah. I can appreciate that. But, but actually, my kids quite enjoy it. Now that I've shown them what to do, the buttons to press.
I like it,
They think it's great to put the detergent in and then hit the button, change it to the dryer, hit the button, and away it goes. They're okay with that. I still fold and help sort.
Took me a long time to figure out what goes in the dryer and what doesn't because it shrinks. So once I got that figured out, I am much better at that.
Yes.
That took a while.
Well,
so
not to throw him under that. Well, and I've done it too. I shouldn't point out on Wayne, but he did shrink one of my sweaters this winter. So it does happen.
Sure.
It does. It continues to happen.
In there, didn't it? Total accident.
Exactly. Total accident. So it does happen, but for the most part, it's kind of fun to do laundry.
Yeah.
They don't mind that.
I don't mind with the new technology, washers and dryers. It's kind of fun.
It's virtually, literally a button.
Yeah.
Like you really just have to hit a button and it will do everything for you.
Yeah. And then just train the kids to bring it upstairs in a basket even. And that's okay. So what did we miss? We also text us in 613-962-0955. Setting up the show tomorrow. Okay, Tim Hortons Camp Day.
Yes.
Here in
Get
Canada,
your coffees.
all money raised through coffee sales, Tim Hortons is going to be giving it to their camps. So that's great. We're going to be out and about at a few locations tomorrow. We're going to be unveiling what I now believe to be the worst Throwback Thursday we're ever going to have.
Whatever.
It's going to... I'm not saying...
How many votes did you get last week?
I'm just... maybe 30.
Okay, so we will get more than 30.
Oh, we will.
We won't get 100.
No, I'm going to encourage that we get more votes.
As long as we get more than last week, it'll be a win.
No, we need...
It'll be the worst.
Listen.
I really am excited for this week.
Charity, listen to me. Listen to me. What we need is the most number of votes so that people are invested, so we'll stop coming up with stupid categories.
I don't think this is a stupid category. I did get thinking afterwards, probably make more sense if we picked 1983 as opposed to 84. But 84 was a big year for movies.
No, it was.
Holy cow.
So
especially summer movies.
When you hear the songs, it's going to be like, guys, okay. You guys shouldn't do your show unattended.
You know what? It's summer vacation. Leave us alone.
Really? Yeah.
We're having fun. We are having fun with this.
Mom and Dad aren't here. We'll do whatever we want. Okay? But you better vote, otherwise this show's going right off the rails.
You know what?
That's
Next week could be worse.
Yeah. Maybe I'm here. Maybe I'm not. But then tomorrow what we want to talk about is a really heart-touching thing, and that is your thought on the things that in life are free
the best things in life that are free. And it's funny you say that because when I first saw this, I thought I wasn't thinking heartwarming. I was kind of thinking, as you pointed out, well, when someone buys me a coffee, yes. Yeah, when I get something for free, oh my God, the best thing in the world. I did think of hugs for my kids, kind of sappy. But so far the responses have been very...
Sappy.
Like a little sentimental. It's like, wow, yes. All of you, yes. Wonderful responses. So what are some of the best things in your life that are free? It's up on our Facebook page. Share with us, and we'll talk about it tomorrow.
No crying on it. There's no crying in morning shows.
Not on the air anymore.
It's Mark and Charity Coffee Podcast. If you encounter us on the phones and you're not the correct caller, we are genuinely sorry. Join us tomorrow on 95.5 Hits FM for Tim Hortons Camp Day. Talk to you then.